Loading.
Yeah,
All right, we're good. All right, Shalom. First and foremost, you want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and salutation to most love. Yakim out there pushing out his word and truth to sincerity. And we're the brothers from Great Millstone, Tampa Church, back for another weekly sit down. And Lord's will is edifying. But we're just gonna hit on what I named. I named the title "New President, Same Agenda." All right, because ain't nothing changed from January 19th, 2021 to January 2021. All right, nothing ain't changed. The elites is still got the same plan. All right, now they just got a different front man. Okay, but we're gonna go ahead. So a brother want to grab Psalm 64. Psalm 64 because Jake, like we were talking before the stream started. This is what Jake wanted. You know, they went out in mass numbers. You know, record breaking numbers to go vote for Creepy Joe and uncomely Hera or whatever Harris. Okay, well, hey, now you got the serpent and Eve back in office. If she's even an Israelite, she could be a terror, but nonetheless, you know, this is what you asked for. Now you're gonna get it. Okay, so just start at Psalm 64. You can start at the top, whoever got it.
All right. Yeah. You got it.
All right, this is the book of Psalms 64, starting at verse 1. Hear my voice, O power, and my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Verse, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
Right. So the scriptures talk about the secret council, which is what the elites. All right, what people call the Illuminati. Okay, the central bankers. This is the secret council. All right, but what King David is saying, hide me from the secret council of the wicked. All right, because what all these things that the secret council or the higher up elites are trying to bring about. The New World Order are giving people jabs, getting you eventually to take the mark of the beast. All this is part of their secret council. So it don't matter who's president. The agenda is still moving forward because it's not about, all right, well, Joe Biden said this. It don't matter what he say. It don't matter what he think. He's getting orders from somebody. All right. And the person giving him orders, getting orders from somebody else. All the way up to that secret council, man, where they have these meetings with the spiritual entity Satan. Okay, but this is the wicked that is having these secret councils. So we're not like the scriptures say, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. Look, it don't matter who's president. We was hoping Trump went out with a bang, but so be it. This again, he was nothing more than a puppet. Okay, he was a front man. And just like he had that show Apprentice, guess what? He had a script that he was reading on that show. Just like he was reading a script as president. Here and there, they would let him do his freestyle, so to say. They let him get out there and say whatever he wanted. But for the most part, he was following orders. He wasn't doing no shit that the elites didn't tell him to do. They would have offed this nigga, But look, here he is. He walking out the White House. So, we're not ignorant of that. Okay. But the point is, the Lord is hiding us from that secret council because ultimately that it's going to come upon the whole world. But the Lord is going to have a hedge of protection around his elect. All right. For the most part. And those ones that do get caught up in whatever situations and become martyrs, well, that's the glorified of the Heavenly Father anyway, But keep going up.
Verse 3. Who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words.
Right. So this is why like real quick, this is when somebody hold that on deck, Sirach 12. This is why you don't trust your enemy. Because they what are they trying to do? They trying to shoot, they're shooting their arrows at you, man. Remember, Esau is considered a serpent. All right. That old serpent. What does serpent do? They got that venom. They trying to get you with that venom. All right. That what they call it, the forked tongue. All right. You don't trust somebody with a forked tongue, and this is the man that you're dealing with that's parading around and saying that now everything's gonna be okay. We finally got Trump out the White House. Look, you have no idea even though it's not Biden, but they're going to use Biden to really bring down the hammer now. They're going to use him to bring out those draconian laws, or as in Book of Revelation, that it's the two horns, but it spake as a dragon. Okay, now you about to see that in real life. You about to see, which has already been happening, but now they're finna come down with these heavy laws talking about you got to wear 2 masks. It's mandatory to wear masks on any federal grounds. Soon they're gonna say, look, it don't matter if you're in your car by yourself, you better have a mask. They're gonna have people out here policing that shit, man. It's just about to get real. But then this is what you wanted. All right, go ahead.
Verse 4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not.
And that's what they're doing, man. They shooting in secret because that's why they use these front men, because they in the back doing this secretly. You know, they in the darkness, so to say, and you don't know who the hell they are. You don't see them on the news. You don't see them on the 50 richest people on the planet. It just you could walk by them at Walmart and wouldn't even know it was them. This nigga got khakis and some Skechers on, and with the high top socks. And you won't even know it was this is the devil calling the shots. All right, so they shoot in secret, not like they don't come out and openly and tell you, look, this is what we're gonna do. They got front men to do that. All right, they got puppets to carry out their work, man. So when you say, oh, this nigga's evil, all you saying is the puppet is evil, but what about the puppeteer? You know what I'm saying? What about the nigga pulling the strings? But you can't see him because he's doing it in secret. Perfect movie is The Wizard of Oz. You know what I'm saying? He was building himself up to be all this mighty man. But look, behind curtains, this was an old, feeble, decrepit devil. You know, that's a perfect example of Wizard of Oz, man. It was an old, decrepit devil behind the scenes the whole time, puffing himself up, man, doing all these things like he running it. He the baddest nigga on the block, but he got to do it in secret, you know.
Hey, real quick, if I can say, they have you talk about the secret councils. They have with like the World Economic Forum or the World Economic Council, like Davos meetings, Bilderberg meetings. You know, people know about these world leaders, not even the main world leaders that you know of as the face fronts, but these people get together and they formulate a plan on how the world agenda is going to go every year. You know.
Yep. Go ahead and read verse 5, Mark.
Verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see? Verse 6. They shall. Yeah.
So real quick. So that's what they do, man. They encourage themselves in an evil manner because the more wickedness they do, it's like, yeah, this shit is working. Oh, look, we came out with the Corn Julio 19, and look, we got these niggas wearing 2 masks now, laying snares down to see how simple these people are. So now they already see, they'll believe this and they'll believe that. All right, they ain't fucking with this. So all right, we'll just throw that out the bag. But they're doing it privily, laying them snares, man, which is what? A trap. A snare is a trap. All right, all this whole last year. All right, beginning last year, 1 year ago, January 2020, Esau just been throwing these snares out there, man, doing these things. Like what it say? He say, "Who shall see them?" Right. So that's what they doing it. Why they doing it right in your face? And they're saying, "All right, who's gonna see it?" Yeah, it's a snare, it's a trap, but who's gonna say something? Now we got censorship. We can censor somebody that do say it. We can block them out. That's not a problem. And the masses are believing it. So that's why I say, who shall see them? The snares. Who gonna see the snare? Here it is that you got people lining up blocks, if not miles, to wait on a Maxine just to get to the front of the line and find out it was a hoax the whole time. This just happened in Brooklyn. They said, oh, there was a surplus of Maxines. Man, the streets were full of people just to find out it was a hoax. Come on, bro. The Esau is playing games with these people, man. And now he about to turn it up now because he already seen that it works. This is a perfect scenario for him to bamboozle the people, continue to bamboozle, continue to to push these draconian laws out, and nobody's gonna say a damn thing about it. And if they do, guess what? They'll just cancel you out. You can't even get on the internet now. You know, you have, they're taking your voice away, so to say. All right, and then you do have controlled opposition, of course, but they're set up too. They're gonna say that because they're deemed crazy, you know, because what they ain't saying nothing new that the beginning with our apostles ain't said. But what now they that's why they have the control opposition, so they can set somebody up and say, all right, and then set the narrative. This nigga's crazy. So when people hear it from us, all right, they must have heard it from such and such. That nigga's crazy. So them guys on the corner, they're crazy too. You know, Esau's not stupid, man. He's a cunning hunter. He knows how to. This nigga will dress himself in tree leaves and bark, and blow a damn duck whistle just to shoot one damn duck, man. This nigga, he knows how to hunt. You know, that we can give him. You know, but
I got something for you real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand.
Right. So that's that secret council, because it's in the power of their hand to bring these things forth. All right. It's not in Joe Biden's or Donald Trump's hand. It's in the council of the wicked, or the secret council. These guys are just low level luminaries, so to say. They just take orders. They're like a manager at McDonald's. You know, you work at McDonald's, you got a manager, a store manager. Guess what? Your store manager taking orders from somebody. But the real, you know, goes up the chain all the way up to that secret council, which is the so-called Illuminati. But it's just like the brother just read, the scripture say, woe unto them, man. Because what the scripture it's gonna make them. Oh, actually, real quick, Malachi, if you still have that Psalm 64, jump down to verse 8 real quick.
This is Psalm 64, verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Right. So this is what the Lord is doing, making them fall upon their own tongue. Because everything that they say, all right, the Lord has set up so that they fall upon their own tongue. They fall under their own shit, because what their tongue is what's going to push out these draconian laws and ultimately get us into World War III and shoot the missile. So the Lord is having everything that Esau is doing is really going to backfire on his ass, you know. And now you got the whistleblowers. There are some, you know, not everybody that's opposition is controlled opposition. So there are whistleblowers, like they call them, you know. So it's all being exposed. That's why the scriptures say that Esau is made bare. Ultimately, it's to the Most High, you know, and the prophets. But now you got the Edomites coming out and saying, oh, this ain't right. You know, especially these Trump supporters, you know, it's happening, man. It's taking place. To go on with what Kwam just said, though, the scripture that say they can't go to sleep till they do iniquity, something like that. And brother, want to grab that real quick, Bubba Shaw?
This is Micah. Micah 2 verse 1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of hand. And they cover the field and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage." You know?
Yeah, that's what. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. You got it.
No, go ahead. That's what the brother just read. But there's another one. But go ahead.
Yeah, I got it right.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Proverbs 4:16. For they sleep not.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
And mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall.
Right. Yeah. So these niggas stay up at these white niggers stay up at night contemplating how to get you. All right. When I say you, I'm talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and just Israel in period, because we scattered around the four corners of the earth, of course. So this man, he can't even go to sleep. So he figure out he got to come up with something new to get you niggas. He gotta come up with some, all right, whether he gonna push it on the black woman or whether he gonna push it in general, but he gotta come up with something to take the Israelite man down and, or keep him down. Some iniquity, some wickedness. And look, this is who the Lord set up to do this, and he does it every day. This nigga loses sleep if he can't come up with some wickedness, bro. This is who is telling you that he got the cure for the worst epidemic in history. This is the nigga that telling you on the TV that things are gonna be all right. He gonna send you a $1,400 check. This nigga can't even sleep without thinking some new wickedness or iniquity, but you gonna trust in him? Come on, man. And anybody telling you to trust in this devil, if you believe that, man, you're gonna die with him. But go ahead, Aki, I got it.
Hey, real quick, and if you sit back and look at it, all right, the whole Capitol, as we know, it was a stage, but it was a stage to set forth, all right, the mobilization of the military. Okay, the whole stage, because coming from the top general, or whatever his title is, he said that we got 65,000 troops deployed around the world. So the whole siege thing was just a cover up to deploy the military, to mobilize them, to set them up in certain positions, okay, to usher in the vaccination. That gave him that validation to set forth all the troops, because he said not only do we have troops, around for the whole capital, but for the Operation Warp Speed. So that was excuse to deploy all troops in certain regions, man. All right, that was the main purpose of that whole siege. Not but one of the main purposes, because it had another purpose to pretty much demonize, the white nationalists, deem them as terrorists, because them the people that pretty much uphold the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. Because Joe Biden, he said, correct, we coming for all you that have assault rifles. Okay, so that whole siege thing was like a two-edged sword. Okay, to demonize the white nationalists, the radicals of those Second Amendment holders. Okay, and also too to deploy the military all over the world for pretty much so they can have a martial law all over, and the military Operation Warp Speed. That's why the brother opened up the lesson saying that it's the same agenda, just a different forefront. So Trump set the stage, but this Operation Warp Speed is really finna get pushed through Biden because Trump already set the stage, man. So that's why you got the military deployed, 65,000 deployed to vaccinate you, man. That was that we were expecting for a civil unrest, for uproars. That's why we saw the heavy militarization. But all in all, man, it's Trump. Biden's inauguration speech, he said it's gonna be a dark winter, and he said we're entering to the most dangerous time of this pandemic. We enter into the most dangerous, the apex of this pandemic we're entering to. And what they already got the military deployed with the vaccine to issue it out to everybody,
Yep, that's why they've been saying that there's a shortage of vaccines, because the military's got them, and they finna shove them down your throat now. Like the brother said, that's why they've been deployed, because the Operation Warp Speed was all about the military distributing the vaccine. You ain't seen not one soldier putting a jab in nobody. Now it's since the stage is set. Now the troops are there in place. Now it's time for them to Operation Warp Speed your ass. Go ahead, though. Whoever got something.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
brother. This is Psalms 55. I'm gonna read verse 20 and 21. It says, He has put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. Like the brothers going into. Go ahead, brother.
No, go ahead. You got it.
Just just speaking like to back the brother up, coming in with the so-called sweeter words where people thought that Biden was the lesser of the two evils or whatever, whatnot, and it's the same agenda from from Jump Street, because again, what you have to understand that these people are employed, from top down, and they're they're being orchestrated. Real quick, if I could read one more precept, this is showing overall that the Most High is in control of these things, but ultimately, everybody's being used as a tool. This is Proverbs 21:1. It says, "The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the river of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will." So like going into these things, ultimately this is the Most High's game, his script, his movie, and it's all going according to that way. And at the same time, we have the script, the prophecies. These things must come to play. So, no matter who's the president or whatever, whatnot, or what they're selling as their agenda, we know that at the end of the day that mark of the beast has to be implemented. America's going to go to World War III. You're going to have famines and tribulation and uprisings and things like that,
John. Hey, and real quick, the king's heart being in the hands of the Lord, Trump, he handled all the finances, man. Because when he first was elected the president, I remember brothers from Elder Apostles of Heart saying, Elder Apostles on down was saying that Trump knows how to handle bankruptcy. You feel what I'm saying? So America being the corporation that it is, Trump was just put in there what? Because Elon Musk got rich as hell. The nigga Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook, he got rich. You feel what I'm saying? So Trump was put in there to handle all the finances, man. Because as you can see, the rich got rich, exactly. The corporations got rich. So Trump did his part. You feel what I'm saying? He handled the finances, the liquidation. Trump handled the liquidation process. Now Biden is set forth to pretty much handle the draconian laws, man. To lock this place down, to be that tyrant. Trump was put in there as that forefront, is that hope of freedom, man. The hope of freedom, to the patriotic Edomites. That was his forefront. But behind the scenes, he was handling the money for the rich. He was taking care of all the finances for the rich, because this place is closed down. Now here it is, Biden in the office, and he finna just close this bitch down, lock it down, send all the draconian measures, the draconian laws to lock this bitch down, man. Because why? He been in that political office, what, 40 years? They say? He's been
Since the 80s.
Since the 80s? So what? He got all that knowledge with these laws. He the one passed all the laws to get all the niggas locked up and shit. You know what I mean? So Biden, he just gonna put forth all the laws, started from Obama. All the executive orders Obama put forth, he passed this executive order, passed that executive order. He had Trump ass come in to handle the finances. Now look, Biden, this is it. The same step for him. All right?
Yeah, kind of.
Place, go ahead.
Yeah, and that's why Biden's brought back mainly the people that was with Obama administration. Most of his cabinet was the same niggas in the Obama administration. So it makes perfect sense what the brother said, shit, because that's why Trump changed the tune up. Here it is, when the niggas was riding at the Capitol, he was saying this, that, and the third. But now look, he a whole different tune this whole week. So he did his job, stirred up the minds, did this, did that, and now he's like, oh yeah, America's a great place, this, that, great people. Like he played his role, he did his job. So now he's like, all right, fuck it, he gonna go back to golfing. All right, go back to living in the hotel. Go back to Epstein Island. Okay, he's done. The elites used him for what he needed to be used for, and you could see it in his face, bro. His job was done. He don't give a damn about no patriots. But like the brother said, that was the character that they were putting out there. The TV personality, so to say. Because that's all it is. This nigga, come on, bro. Watch some of his old shit, bro. Come on, go ahead.
Hey, like Elder Gabar said, that cult of personality. You know what I'm saying? That was his personality. Job was to handle all the finances. That was Trump's job, to handle the financial system, the liquidation. Because when you deal with pretty much companies that buy out other companies, pretty much the company that buys out the main company, so the name changes. That's a pretty much a profit company. Monopolized, yeah. So their job is to get as much money out of the company as they can to gain the rich more money. So Trump, what more person to put in, especially as president, is Trump. You see how many people got rich off of the backs of the Trump administration? The rich have reached the apex of their financial level, bro. What more president or candidate to put in there besides Trump? So Trump did his part. He handled the finances. Now it's your boy, creepy Joe Biden, all right, Mr. Draconian measures himself, draconian laws himself, all right, to close this bitch out, man.
He's a businessman. He's a businessman first and foremost. And, you know, like you said, goes back way back to the 80s. He's a known businessman. And back in New York, all right, Manhattan, Queens, you know, he started a legacy there. He went bankrupt a few times, but this man knows the ins and outs of business.
Yeah.
Say again?
Hey, real quick.
Yep. Go ahead, come on.
After 9/11, Trump's building was erected the highest, the tallest, after they took down the Twin Towers. And that's a quote. Hey, now my building is the highest. You know what I'm saying? So Trump is well established with operating these finances, man. That's why these people was with him. Now here it is, Biden. What Biden's his policy is what? To raise the taxes. You feel what I'm saying? To raise the taxes and pretty much be pro-government. You know, Trump's his whole agenda was to pretty much for the banks, the financial system, to get them rich. So he did his part. He moved the money from the to the wealthy, man. He moved all the money, man. He did his jobs. So he's out there. That forefront, like your brother said, that was just a personality to, oh, I'm American, pro-American. Man, Trump is rich as fuck now. You know what I'm saying? He's out of there. That dude rich, man. He moved all his money to certain.
And he didn't even take a presidential salary. You know, he didn't take no salary, but he got paid. He's getting paid.
Yeah.
You know?
You know?
Hey, I believe when he went through his first bankruptcies, every time I think Amalek was the one that was bailing him out anyway. So you already know he paid off. You know, he did the whole making that the Jerusalem the capital. You know, he well laced over there.
Exactly. Yeah.
I got a quick precept. If you have something you want to say, bro?
No, go ahead.
All right. Yeah. Because we was this is the year of hastening the day. So we were hastening for uprising. We was hastening for pretty much an armed protest. We was waiting for a inauguration to kick off and Trump and his protesters to come up with guns, and we was hoping for all out civil war. You feel what I'm saying? That's what we was hoping for, and that's the right spirit to be in the haste. But it didn't happen that way. So right now, people are in that spirit of peace and safety. If somebody want to get that, I get this precept. So right now, people are in the spirit of peace and safety, especially our people. Oh, Biden's in, Trump's gone. So right now, it's that calm before the storm, peace and safety. But what Biden in his inauguration speech said, he said his own words. Get ready for a dark winter. We're about to enter into the worst part of this pandemic, the apex of this pandemic. So what? The troops already are deployed all over the country.
To all those different capitals.
Yes, all the different capitals. What? For the fucking martial law to implement this damn thing, man. You know. So this is a research. Go ahead.
And real quick, that's what Biden's talking about, that 100-day plan, the first 100 days of it. So these next 100 days is really going to show you this nigga bring down the hammer. And just because nothing happened today, don't forget the Lord could still use these people that were hardcore Trump supporters, because there's still 7 million people that voted for Trump, 70 million people. There's still going to be uprising, as the scriptures say, the Egyptians against the Egyptians. So, it might not have happened today, but Lord's will, it happens soon, as far as like civil war, civil unrest, them niggas ain't just Esau. He's too proud to just lay down and take the L. But go ahead, Art.
Yeah, because to back you up, that was Biden's one of his pretty much key parts of his campaign. Yes, correct. We're going to go after but only those with assault rifles. So what? That's the Second Amendment. So yeah, definitely. Them Trump supporters, all right. Reason why it was so hard for pro-Trump and against Biden, because what? They know Biden is against guns, man. He's against the gun manufacturers. You know? So them Trump supporters ain't went nowhere. They still right now they like, yeah, this motherfucker finna come for our guns. So at any moment, they fucking ready. You know, they ain't laid down, you know?
Yeah. Hey, and Apostle Tahar put up that video that I forgot, I think it was in the Capitol a couple months ago, but he re-uploaded it recently, where it was the Proud Boys, different groups, even Black Lives Matter, the Black Panthers out there protesting with their guns. So, you know, people don't want to give, like I said, people don't want to give up that Second Amendment. They want to keep them guns. They say, oh, this is what protects me. All right, well, shit, like brother saying, Biden's finna come in, and most of those guns, them niggas out there with those guns protesting, they not out there with illegal, unregistered weapons. They got their names is in the books. They in the database. So who's gonna call? Who they gonna go to first? The people with the legal guns. You know, Jake in the hood. They don't know who got guns in the hood. You can buy a gun for in the hood for, you know, with 8 bodies on it. That ain't nobody finna give you a bill of sale for that. So these, you know, with my Jakes with these guns, man, you're not gonna be the first ones rolled up on. You know, that got them legally registered. But go ahead, Art. Get it.
Quick, Matthew's just to make the point, Matthew 26 and 41. Watch and pray, and that's what we doing. We was watching today, watch what happened with the inauguration, watching to see what it go down. It didn't go down as it's still gonna go down as a civil, like the brother said, as a, you know, because it's prophecy. You know, people rising up against people with swords. It's still gonna go down that way. But what? Our whole thing's for a season and appointed time. So it didn't go down, you know, as we was hasting for today. But does that mean it's not gonna go down that way? No. So that's why the scriptures say, watch as well as pray. That's why Elder Tahar is saying, hey, the mark of the beast may be the vaccine. We don't know. So don't take it either. He just said that in one of his latest videos. It could be. So that's why we don't fucking take it. Because why? We watching right now. The Lord gave us the prophecies, the blueprint of these prophecies. He didn't just give us a complete detail like right now. We didn't know that the mark of the beast was going to be issued in through the COVID. It didn't say, and he calls it all through the COVID slot. I'm fucking saying buzzwords, but he didn't say that. That word's not in the Bible. You feel what I'm saying? But now we see. So that's the point. We was watching today, but it didn't go down, you know, as we expected. But what? We still watching. But does that mean it's not going to go down with a civil unrest and people rising up against people? No, it still is. It's just today wasn't that time. So that's why the scriptures, that's why I say watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. But the point was watch and pray. So we still watching. Are we kicking back and relaxing like, oh shit, okay, cool. We got another 4 years in this bitch? No, we still hasting. We still waiting, man, for shit to pop off. We still in that same spirit of shit can pop off at any day. We still in that spirit, man. We don't get physical because the 70 million Trump supporters didn't take over the Capitol and succeed from the state. No, we still in that same spirit of hasten, man. Because right now, once again, it's that time of peace and safety. Oh, well, it didn't go down because everybody in that thing like, oh yeah, y'all thought it was gonna be a civil war. It ain't. Everything good. It was a peaceful transition of power. So everybody right now in that spirit of peace and safety. But what? We finna enter into that dark. Okay? And that destruction, them draconian laws and measures is finna come upon you unaware, man. You know?
Hey, that's why the script say that, like you said, you quoted a peace and safety, and then says, then sudden destruction cometh upon us. So it's gonna be sudden on these people, man. The motherfuckers gonna be wearing 3 masks, and then all of a sudden, a fucking martial law troop gonna fucking hit them with the back of the M16, man. You know, this is where we at, man. This is the point where we at. That this is prophecy we living in, and it's just a matter of days. We talking about days. We ain't talking about, man, it's just gonna have it down the road. Now this is happening right before our eyes, man. It's a matter of days, Lord's will, man. maybe weeks, but the shit is about to go down. Go ahead, Ari. I know you got something.
Yeah. This is in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 4th chapter. I'll start at verse 28. It says, "But as concerning the things whereof thou asketh me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction therefore is not yet come." So we see the evil before our eyes. All right, we look everywhere. We make videos about the evil, but the destruction, the end, has not yet come, because we know, going back to the book of Habakkuk, that the vision is yet for an appointed time. So we got to continue to wait, and like the brother brought up the scripture, we got to watch and pray. Reading on, "If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good? For the grain of evil seed hath been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning, and how much ungodliness hath it brought up unto this time." So now we see all the ungodliness right now. But read it on. There's a point I'm going to get. "And how much shall it yet come and how much shall it yet bring forth until the time of threshing come?" So we know, all right, if it's this bad, when the time of threshing come, you understand that it's going to be so clear. To put it in, trying to put it in the right words. "Ponder now by thyself how great fruit of wickedness and the grain of evil seed have brought forth. And when the ears shall be cut down, which are without number, how great the floor shall they fill?" Let me skip down a little. Nope, let me keep reading. Verse 33. "Then I answered and said, and how and when shall these things come to pass? Wherefore are our years few and evil?" This is the question. "And he answered me, saying, Do not thou hasten above the Most Highest? For thy haste is in vain to be above him, for thou hast much exceeded." Because we know that the Lord, he has everything set. So we looking on TV like, damn, I thought it was going to be a riot today. We thought it was going to be, it's going to be a straight civil war today. We were hoping that, but we understand that, hey, it may not go down that way, because the Lord has it set up in a particular manner in which every little thing is going to lead up to the ultimate goal of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So yeah, we hasten the day, and it may seem in vain, but ultimately it's not, because the Lord is actually ordering us to hasten the day. This is what we're going to be doing in these times. Right?
Real quick, say so Terry, we come here for an appointed time. So we see the things. We see the Lord right now, man. Like we were talking about earlier. The script was written before the movie starts to get recorded, man. And right now we're in the action scenes. Okay, we in the action scenes watching the scriptures and sort of and living form, so to say. Okay, we see these things happening, man. We see the prophecies that the Heavenly Father has given us, over the time, and we see it happening, man. All right, it's been made clear. Okay, it says, "Make it write it upon tables, that he that readeth it, okay, may run." So it's speaking, man. There's no reason why anybody should be down anything right now pertaining to the scriptures and pertaining to prophecy, man. So go ahead, Art.
That was it on that.
Go ahead, Micah.
Okay. All right. Hey, I got a precept. It's the book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 25. It reads, "And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand." All right, that's going into these laws, these draconian laws. But when you go into that word craft, all right, it goes into the word like deceit and treachery. And this is what Edom is doing. All right, it reads on. It says, "And he shall magnify himself in his heart." Slide real quick. Like brother said, being the deceit, and that's what Esau is doing. And that's how, at the end of the day, that's going to be the end game for y'all. Okay, when you read the book of Revelation, chapter 19, or maybe it's Revelation 20, it says, "But them that were deceived into getting the mark of the beast." You see? Because that's what ultimately, that's what we're going towards. Causes. Yeah, causes. Okay? and he gonna deceive you to get it. And he's gonna, this is a good thing to get because we need this. Okay, but this is all a part of how Esau has always been running his systems, man. Okay, through lies. Okay, like in Revelation 13, it talks about that he spoke like a lamb. Okay, meaning he came all humbly. Okay, he comes with that smooth. His words are smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Then you read Sirach chapter 12. Never trust thine enemy, man. And you see, who are the ones that are not trusting the enemy? The ones that the Heavenly Father has given the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to have the breakdowns of the scriptures, man. Okay, because the rest of the world, they trusting in this devil one way or another. Whether they say, "Oh, I don't trust the white man," nah, you trust in him. That's why your ass gonna go get that vaccine. That's why you're gonna go get the mark of the beast.
Yes.
ID microchip, because one way or another, you believe and you trust in this man's words, and if not, you're gonna be deceived to trust in him, man. But go ahead. Just wanted to hit that point. And let's start at verse 25. It says, "And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand." Yep. And see real quick, because now we enter into the first 100 days of the president's, first year, and every president has the first 100 days. But now we're getting ready to see a bunch of different changes. This is the time period wherein the president, when he first gets inaugurated, when he gets into office, that he establishes his position, so to say.
And things move fast.
Yeah, because he has to get
drastically change.
and that's why the Senate and the House votes, they happen right before the president gets inaugurated, because it's a big thing, because if the president could get a same party House and Congress or Senate, he can get things rolling on the first 100 days. But if it's split, if it's divided, which all of America's divided right now. Trump talking about, they kept saying it during the speech today, one nation under God, indivisible. But this place is divided. So why are you saying indivisible like this place isn't already divided, man? This place is divided, man. But they keep pushing that thing because they want that one world order, man. One mind. Okay, what's the scripture say? They all spoke in Revelation 17. They all spoke. He gave them power.
The same thing. Yeah.
1 hour with the beast.
Seems 1 hour with the beast here.
Yep. So this is what Esau Edom is getting ready, because right now and brothers have been talking about it. The image is being set up. The image of the beast is being shown to the world right now. What it's about to be, man. That one united front. That's why they put Biden up in there, man, because he's the one to push that front. Oh, he's the old humble guy. He's gonna bring about unity to this place, because that's what they're pushing for. Trump was bringing a division. Remember, Esau brings a problem, reaction, solution. Yeah. The problem was a division.
Right.
Saw the reaction. Well, here's your solution. Yeah. Is that? Read on. It says, "And he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy me." And is that what Biden is bringing, so to say, bringing? We bring peace to what Trump broke apart. We're bringing the pieces back together. We're bringing peace to the society. Even though he kept saying we coming into a dark winter, like your brother said. Yeah. He kept throwing those code words out there. He keeps saying some shit. This gonna be a bad winter. He keeps saying it. He just got an office and he just fucking said it. Yep. Exactly. Go ahead. Read on. It says, "And by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand." Yeah, and this devil, he's gonna get broken, man. But that's what's happening. But go ahead with the reason. Isaiah 30 verse 12. Isaiah 30 verse 12. It says, "Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise his word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon." It says, "Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall." Yep. And see, this is what's coming to you, James. Yep. Like, they fall to them that trust in Egypt. Okay, y'all already been. Read that last part again, the first verse. Therefore this iniquity, though? Yeah, or the end of the first verse.
or whatever one that you read.
I was reading it.
Yeah.
Isaiah 30:12, it says, "Wherefore thus said the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise his word and trust in oppression."
Yeah, see, you despise the words of Yahweh Shem Shai. When the Lord sent the prophets out here to tell you what was happening, you despised us. You said, "Oh, you ain't them guys. You guys are a bunch of bums. That ain't happening in my lifetime." And you trusted in oppression. You trusted it in the state that you're in. You trusted in my career, my job. I'm gonna be good. I still got a good job. I got a family. I got a wife and kids. You know, the Make America Great campaigns on the board, like the brothers were talking about earlier. Trump made the rich get richer. Hey, the majority of Jake, because remember, Jake be envying the oppressor. They seen the damn Edomites doing good. We all must be doing good then. They just passing out the stimmies, you know. Jake thought he was doing good. But hey, keep reading.
God, wherefore thus said the Holy One of Israel, because he despised his word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stayed thereon.
Yeah, you stay there on. So you be with the shit. Okay? Y'all wanted to just do the what's that the Congo line. Shit like that. They wanted to take spin on, man. They want to be in this Congo line.
A multitude to do evil.
Yeah, falling out exactly. Falling to do evil, man. But Jay's been sitting on this Congo line, but what is happening is Esau's leading him to the slaughter. Yeah. He's over here doing Congo, entertaining them, you know, music playing, people dancing. But at this where he's going is to your death, man.
Verse 13. Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall.
Yep, and the scriptures talk about the enemy coming in like a flood, man. Yeah. And what's a breach? A breach is when that wall, hey, we getting ready to breach this house. And boom, they bust the door open with that sledgehammer.
It says swelling out in a high wall.
Yep.
So you know that you see the shit swelling out.
Start warping and shit.
Yeah, warping.
Oh, bust blow. But see, y'all so Helen Keller, dumb, deaf, and blind that you don't see the shit. You sitting here just like today, Jake coming in and Jake coming to sign paperwork and shit, and I didn't notice, but the dude was fucked up. He couldn't see. He's over here doing signing and nowhere near where he needed to sign, you know. But that's how you Jake are, man. You just fuck Helen Keller in it, you know. just wing it out on a hunch. And the hunch that he was giving was from the devil. He told you, "Hey, watch out! Don't make a left." But the track was on the right. That's Esau's been leading like we were talking about earlier, and the apostle made a good video on it. The apostle Ramla talking about the fowler. Okay, Esau's been that fowler, man. He's been feeding you and feeding you and feeding you
back,
so he can cook you. And now you like, well, damn. All I know is this motherfucker feed me if I come here, so
only feed you to cook you.
Yep. And the next thing you know, you find a kernel. Oh shit, let's go eat that kernel. Boop. Oh no, you boop. And next thing you know, the gate's closed behind you. Now he's done for it.
Hey, now you know why he got you fat, good and fat, so he can fry you.
Like the movie Babe. You know, they were fattening up the pig, or maybe it was Along Came a Spider. Yeah, Along Came a Spider, a little animated version. But real quick, Maya Kali, you have something?
I was going to add to the point. That's pretty much the big bad wolf, the wolf in sheep clothing. Playing an innocent role, all to get you close enough to bite you. You know, you think about a serpent. For you to get hit with the venom, you got to have the snake to be able to be close enough to bite you. And that's the devil. He learned you with gifts and things like that to get you close. So when he gets you in his traps, that's when he kills you. You know.
It says, therefore.
No, go ahead. Get it.
Therefore shall this iniquity be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose break coming suddenly in an instant.
In 2 Thessalonians, talking about when they shall say peace, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. So this is what's getting.
Hey.
See, you guys are thinking that Biden is in the office and that now we getting ready to come into a new era. Yeah, you're right. We are. Because Esau is the end of a thing and Jacob is the beginning of their followers.
That's right.
Coming into, man, the eon, okay? A time period.
Age.
time period of the so-called white man Esau Edom is coming to an end, and he's bringing about his own demise. Like the brothers were reading earlier in Job, if I'm not mistaken, right? Brothers brought out somebody brought out about maybe it was a video I was watching earlier, but it was
5-12.
Yeah, Job 18, Job 20, Job 15. Okay, the Lord is getting ready to disappoint the wicked while he's eating. Okay, he's getting ready to pull that cloth from the table, and the cups ain't just gonna stay in the same place. Everything's falling down. Okay, at noonday, and me and the brother Ash were talking about this. They had the inauguration at noonday. Okay, so hey, Esau's at his peak right now, man. You know, financially, okay, and now he's getting ready to try to devour you people, man. Okay.
Yeah, because he got the world, in his by the balls, as Elder Rombach like to say. He got the world by the balls right now with this whole pandemic. You know, so Esau at his peak financially, he's the richest he's ever been. You know, and he got the world by the balls. You know, due to this pandemic. You know, so hey, that's it.
Okay, if I might add real quick, because that's how Esau always get rich. He always get riches off of war, right? So what is he doing right now? He's fighting a chemical warfare, or a germ warfare. And this is because he already know he's not going to get rich off of World War III, because he know the prophecies. He know it's over, but
right.
he cashed in right now. Because it's not just in America. Oh yeah, 20 million. What they saying on the 20 million people died, got COVID, whatever. You know, we're not spreading false information. So, but he cashing in on this because that's what he's doing. He's doing germ warfare, which who knows what the fuck he's spreading out there, because this is the devil we're talking about. But nonetheless, whether whether it's actually a new disease or whatever or not, the point is that he got rich off of it. All these companies that is making these vaccines, getting you look at their stock prices. Look at them a year ago and let me know if they ain't getting rich. Look at all the mask, the hand sanitizer, all this shit that he been pushing. This nigga been getting rich off of your ass. And you looking stupid standing in line with a mask with 13 packs of toilet paper. You know what I'm saying? This nigga got rich off of you right under your nose.
Now you got corporations coming out with advertisements on Band-Aids for people who get the vaccine. So you get a Band-Aid that's going to have a logo, or it's going to have some type of advertisement for companies. Hey, bro, like the brother was just saying. And I forget who said it, but they say the time to buy is when there's blood in the streets, or something along those lines. And that's what the companies are. Now the corporations are buying in on the opportunity to take advantage of y'all and get as much money as they can before the shit changes. Because there's a great collapse that's getting ready to come.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Yeah. And they're cashing out. That's why in the last few years you've seen CEOs quitting, retiring, companies that are selling off their stocks. Because there's a great collapse. But the elites of this nation, of this world, know the deal, and they've been preparing themselves. Meanwhile, you got Jake worrying about the dumbest shit out here, worrying about why did niggas only give me $600 stimmy checks?
Yeah.
Why I gotta wear this? Why I gotta do that? Why can't I go out to the bar? Y'all worried about the wrong thing, man. You see, but what the Lord has opened up the eyes for a select few to know the times that we in, and to prepare ourselves, like the scripture says, "Come up out of her, my people," that you may not be partakers of her sins, man. Because this great whore is getting ready to be judged, man. She's getting ready to get put on the chopping block, so to say.
Hey, what happens when a bitch is scornful? When a woman is scornful, especially a whore, what does she do? She goes all out. She start throwing shit throw you under the table, start scratching you and shit, just doing all kind of wicked shit And that's what America's about to do. She going, the great horde going out with a bang. She taking everyone with her. She bringing everybody down with her. Because, concerning the people here in America, look, you on the ride and you can't get out. This is a ride to hell. You're on the highway to hell, and the only way out is through Yahweh Shemel Shai. It was like, because Esau's a sore loser, bro. This nigga, look, if I'm gonna die, we all dying. This nigga crashed in the bus into the river.
Yeah.
Go ahead, though.
I'll just get it real quick, but pretty much going into this generation, this same generation, put Yahweh Shai to death. That's why, I'll just get it. I started 13 as when Pilate therefore heard that saying, he brought Yahweh Shai forth and sat down in the judgment seat in a place that is called the pavement, but in the Hebrew, Gabbatha. And it was the preparation of the Passover in about the 6th hour. And he said, Jews, behold your king. But they cried out, away with him, crucify him. Pilate said unto them, why shall I crucify your king? The chief priests answered, we have no king but Caesar. So this is that same generation, people that ultimately trusted their system. They want to always have false hopes and believe in, this system, because ultimately, again, these are the same people that put our Lord up to death. So that's why ultimately they're going to get a rude awakening. It's going to be a big slap in the face, when all hell starts breaking loose, because again, you trusted in your oppressor, and then take heed to the woman.
Hey, we can always bring this out if nobody got nothing. Isaiah, it's like in Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And I know people tired of hearing that scripture, but here at Great Millstone, all right, pursuing Revelation 19 and 10, all right, the testimony of Yahweh Shai, the spirit of prophecy, we're gonna bring that precept out until we can't no more, because that's really the catalyst to everything that's happening right now, man. Mm-hmm. He calls in all to receive this mark. All right. And it's not going nowhere. Okay. You would think like, man, can they just get rid of this whole shit? And like, I want to go back to normal. Like, can I go back into a store without having to wear a mask? Even you catch yourself sometimes like, damn, like, why can't they get rid of this shit? Like, bro, like, we get rid of this mask shit. Like, what the fuck on, like, this, you've never seen nothing like this before. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is present, it's not going nowhere. Go ahead, Art.
Mm-hmm. And even they saying even if you get the vaccine, you still got to wear a mask.
Right.
So you ask yourself that, like, what the hell? What's going on here? But what it really goes back to is a transfer of power. What's taking place right now is an emancipation. Because remember the last Civil War, what happened after that? The Emancipation Proclamation, right? It was a transfer of power. So what they're doing now is they transferring the power from you're no longer an American citizen, you're a world citizen now, because it's under the New World Order. This is where the stage is being set. This is what's happening right before your eyes. And what they would do back during slavery time is like, I'm gonna sell this nigga, okay? So let's put the mask on him, put the muzzle on him, you know what I'm saying? So we can transport him. So we can, during that transition of power, I just sold him. So we got to put the muzzle on him, the little mask on him, which you can look it up. It's fucking history. They would put mask on him or with these big fucking what's it called? Apparatuses. Yeah. Around. So what? They couldn't run. They couldn't do nothing to the new owner. So this is it's all symbolic, man. He ain't nothing new under the sun, man. It's a transition of powers taking place. So they gotta muzzle you. Shut your fucking mouth. Put your mask on. That's what they're telling you. Put it on. Now they're gonna bro. It's gonna get to the point where they're gonna start fining people, hitting you with fees and penalties. All right. Well, here it is. You thinking about peace? oh shit, as long as we do this and I got the vaccine, let me wait 18 hours in line so I can get this jab, and then still have to leave with my mask on. But I'm good. I'm good.
You still got the max, but you still can get it. You know, you wear the mask, but you still can get it. You know, like you said, there's probably going to be a point in the next few weeks or months where they're going to fine you if you don't wear it. This is what we've been telling you, and you know, your oppressors America is falling down the toilet. And now you're going to be wishing and praying that the government does something to stop the madness. You're just going to comply, whatever it takes. Oh, I gotta get jabbed up. All right, let me get jabbed up just so I can go to the beach again. Oh, I gotta wear 2 masks. It's protocol now that you have to wear 2 masks. Oh, okay, all right, 2 masks then. All right, just as long as I can go to the movie theater. You're gonna be crying for that stuff.
Bro, Esau seeing how far he can push the ridiculousness that people will believe. This nigga saying wear 2 masks. Come on, bro. Bro, he got people with one mask, and like everybody wearing 1 mask. He gonna say wear 2 masks. Everybody gonna be wearing 2 masks, bro.
Yeah, it's like, Tom Cruise is doing it, so okay. If Tom Cruise is doing it, then damn, I'm gonna do it too. Lil Wayne's doing it, okay, I'm gonna do it too. You know, they're gonna make it seem cool, and it's just the it thing that you know it's normal now. Make it cool now. So that's why you got the commercial. Every single commercial you see on the TV or whatever ad on your phone, you know, it's got the people when they got masks on. Like, come on, man, this is looking stupid now. It's starting to look fishy and stupid. And so now everybody's accustomed to it.
Hey, Joe Biden was the first nigga to start wearing a double mask. This is probably this was near November, maybe December. This nigga, I looked at this nigga and he was on TV and he had 2 masks on. Like he had a white one and then had the smaller black one over it. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't think nothing of it at the time though. I was like, this nigga really wearing 2 masks, but
I think that was in the debate.
Scripture. Yeah, it might have been at the debate con. This is GMS Des Moines 2, brother. Put Ezekiel 7:25. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Plain and simple, man. The destruction is coming, whether you like it or not. The Lord does not require you to want the destruction, like Romans 3:3 says. So what if some did not believe? It don't matter what you think, what you believe, how you feel. The Lord is bringing destruction. And you can keep looking, you can keep seeking for the peace, but there ain't gonna be no peace, man. This is the time the Lord is bringing judgment upon this earth, and He's using what? His sword. The scriptures say that the Lord created all things, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. You living in these days, and it's gonna get a lot worse, up to the point where they're gonna fucking force you, or you're gonna be either beheaded or cast out in a concentration camp, cast out of society. Period. If you don't take their mark. You have to worship image and receive his mark, man. Okay, kind of. That's brother you call. Shalom, bro. But this is where we get into, man. The beast is making its move, man. It's making its presence known throughout the 4 corners of the earth in the way of these draconian laws, man. They're gonna continue to turn the heat up. Okay, they're not stopping. They're gonna look. They got the foot planted to the floorboard right now, you know, and the speed is gonna continue to climb until the motor fucking blow. This is where we at with Esau right now. He going out guns blazing. Trump didn't do it, but Esau himself is doing it. He going out guns blazing to the point he got to destroy himself. This is the man you trying to reason with a man that is gonna end up destroying himself. You're gonna trust the nigga that ultimately you already know his end game. He's gonna destroy himself, and whoever's casualties, they casualties. So you're gonna trust this nigga right now? You're gonna go take his miracle cure, which is what a concoction, a witch's brew, right? You got to be bugged the fuck out, or you sold out. Either one leads to death. So, like Joshua said, choose you this day who you shall serve, you know. But go ahead, brothers. And we could get a couple more scriptures and we'll close out.
I got one in Revelation 12:12, since you was just speaking on that. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because he knows he have but a short time. Want to speak on it, brother?
No, go ahead, brother. You got it.
Hey, just, pretty much just to back you up, he knows his end game. He knows that, he's at the end all be all of it. He's pretty much got his New World Order system built up and almost ready to, press the on button or whatnot. You see the prophecies are taking place. Ezekiel 37, Jake is waking up, prophesying. All right, so what? He got to go 100 miles to run. He got to double down on everything right now, man. There ain't no going back. You got people waking up to all these different things. But then he also have a lot of his psychological warfare taking place. He say double mask it, people go double mask it. He say line up over here, they go line up over there, man. So he's in a good little spot. It's like, yo, the majority of them believe it, but then you also got this growing number of those that are waking up right now. So look, we got to double down on them, Well, go ahead, brother.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the divide is.
And that's why he's. It's like real quick. That's why he's saying. That's why he's pushing all this censorship. All right, it's fake news because Trump was pushing that for a reason. The elites had Trump pushing that for a reason. Fake news this, fake news that, censorship this, and then all of a sudden the fake news or the nigga that was claiming fake news, now he ended up getting censored because he was pushing fake news. So come on, man, we see what Esau is doing, But like the brother said, he coming down with the brother Red, he coming down with great wrath because he knows he knows that Yahweh Shai is coming back. Look, these elites, the ones that be dealing with Satan himself, they know that their time is up, man. They know, but what they're trying to upset prophecy with. That's why they have the inauguration, which you go into that, bro. It's a bunch of witchcraft. Okay, that's their way on the left hand of prophesying. Which look, you ain't prophesying a damn thing. All right, Esau. All right, you just doing what the Lord is making you do. You can't veer off the track the Lord has set you on. And then guess what? The end of your road is destruction and slavery. So you can bitch and moan all you want and try this and throw elbows here and there. Look, you're finished. And now we get to sit back and rejoice at your downfall. How about that?
Yes, sir.
Anybody got anything else?
Yeah.
Oh no, he said well, you hit the point, man. Not much really more to add, so yeah, I ain't got nothing.
Okay. Nobody got any closing scriptures? Oh shit, let's close out on Revelation 3:10. Because this is the time we get to. Right? We get to the point in time where everybody finna be tested. Look. We gonna get tested ourselves because the Esau already got all these people. They ready. Niggas line up for the vaccine. They gonna line up for the chip.
I got it.
Go ahead.
Revelation 3:10. This is Yahweh Shai's words. It says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth."
There you go. So this is where we get. This is the point we get to. This is what's being set up right before your eyes. The system to establish the mark of the beast is being literally set up right before your eyes, day by day. This nigga signed 17 executive orders today. Who knows how many he gonna sign in this first week, bro? The system is getting set up in places. Everything as far as technology wise is already set up. Your stores, everything is set up. The digital currency is already made. It's not like, oh, well, there's not digital currency, nigga. It's already there. All they gotta do is make it one currency that the whole world can use, and that's why this pandemic is worldwide. So it's just a matter of time. That's right. Go ahead, up.
Yeah, the financial collapse is coming. You had Trump. He built up the economy, so-called. Got it into, the highest it's ever been. The stock market's the highest it's ever been. And now your boy's going to come in here and some BS is going to happen, some fake flag, and it's going to crash the stock market. And this is all by design, so-called Esau's so-called design, but it's really the Lord's design, and it's going to crash the economy so they can bring in and make it mandatory the what you call it, the new currency. All right, and that's coming in. That's coming in the next few weeks or next, couple of months. We from what we're gauging, we could be off, but it seems like it could be any day, any month now where they crash the dollar.
Right, exactly. Well, which is that's why they keep giving you these stimulus checks, all right, and keep raising the debt of America, bringing the value of the dollar down, and now you got these other countries dumping the dollar. They said fuck the dollar, and now they're trying trading on their own terms, pushing America out the picture. So
Biden got this huge stimulus plan. Sorry, I mean to cut you off. I was gonna say, Biden has this huge stimulus plan coming up. That he has. He's going to give you another extra $1,400 to cap off the old stimulus plan. Then he's got a whole nother system set up. So they're going to just be pumping money into the American public. That's just coming out of thin air. No, they inflate. It's just all going to be inflation, man. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to dump more money into it, but you're still going to be making the same amount of money at your job. But all your goods, victuals be so good cheap. You think everything's straight. Oh, that's going to start skyrocketing. We're seeing signs of that now. It just hasn't really popped off like that. But just be patient, and then you're going to see what hyperinflation really is, and you're going to see what a famine really is, and then ultimately you're going to see what Great Millstone's been warning you about year after year after year.
And it's like you said, they keep flooding the market or the economy with this money. They just keep printing. Well, at this point, they don't even got to print it. They just send it straight to your bank. Going to show you where they're moving towards, the digital currency. They just send it straight to you. But nonetheless, they just keep pumping it in. In the words of the Wu-Tang, keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them until it explodes, man. So that's what they're doing, man. They feed your ass with this money, but it's losing value, man. And you don't even know it. But like Ezekiel 7:25 said, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. So hey, we at the point where you either get with the program or better hope the Lord have mercy on you in these last days, because it's too evident, it's too clear at this point. You either have the eyes to see or you don't. You either have mercy or you don't. Because the Lord is about to bring heavy judgment. He's moving, as you can see what's going on right now. Today was a celebration day for America. People was all day long on TV. Oh, it's finally Trump. Okay, well, shit. You thought Trump was bad. Wait till these next 100 days come past. Shit. Lord's will, we don't even make it to the 100th day, but we hate. That's the spirit we in. We facing it, man. We want to get the hell out of here. We're sick of this shit, man. We sick of looking at you pathetic faces. We're sick of it being vexed with your filthy conversations. All right. We want to go home. We want Yahweh Shai to come and embrace us, man. But you got anything else over y'all?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. With that, Lord's will, this was edifying, exhorting to brothers to keep pushing. We're gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rachak Ladash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation, much love to Yakim out there, pushing out this word in truth and sincerity.